Spirits can be very unpredictable. Hey there, me here, Gina, and in this video about spirits being unpredictable, this is mediumship video. Kind of a tip, a reminder, something to keep in mind when communicating with the dead. Either when you consciously decide to communicate with the dead, or you are waiting for some message, some sign from the dead, whether it's your deceased loved ones, or maybe you've come across a situation, a place where there are earthbound spirits. So spirits can be unpredictable. What I mean by that is they can show up in any place, at any time, in any way, shape, and form. Well, not they themselves, but like they can show their presence, they can let us know about them being there, or bring the messages that they have to bring us, that they want to bring us, in many different ways and at all times. If we pay attention, just here I come back to something I've mentioned in many videos before in different aspects. It's important to be in the present moment. Like, the more we pay attention to what's happening in the present moment, the more we will be able to notice these signs of spirits being around, signs of them being around, and the messages that they bring, or the meaning of them being around. Why are they here? Are they spirits of some of our deceased loved ones, or they are somebody else's deceased loved one or loved ones, and you are just maybe the person they have been able to reach? Maybe there's some message that you can pass on, maybe to you or some of your relatives who have deceased loved ones. Just can never know what can happen, like how they will show up and in what way, shape, or form they're gonna bring messages. So the more we can pay attention to what's happening here and now, the more we're gonna be able to notice what is what. Like, if we are feeling the breeze, is it actually wind blowing, or is it because spirits are near? Like, I'm mentioning breathe in case you're wondering, because at times spirits come with like this cold energy, like physically cold. It just all of a sudden becomes chilling cold. So just things like that. Like, sometimes we have this, we humans in general, generalizing, based on majority of experiences that I've had, or people have shared with me, I have observed, that we have this certain idea how we think our deceased loved one would show up for us, or how we would like a deceased loved one to show up, or when our deceased loved one, for example, I mean, it can be any random spirit, but most often it's deceased loved one. When deceased loved one shows up, like what it's gonna be like, or like what our deceased loved one is going to bring up, like what he or she is gonna remember, what's the most memorable for deceased loved one, and might not always be what we think it will be. But the more open we are to spirits coming through in many different ways and bringing messages in many different ways, and the more present we are in any situation, does not even have to be related to a deceased loved one, just in our everyday situations, like it's all connected. The more present we are, the more easy we'll be able to notice when spirits are around, spirits of any kind. And like I said, the messages that spirits have for us. That's one mediumship tip or a reminder, something to keep in mind. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you learned something from this video. If you did, click thumbs up. And if you have any comments, any questions regarding this, comment below. And if you'd like to see more videos of this kind, then subscribe. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.